Now I got stomach cramps. Oh, Baiju wasn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
Please, show me your prescription.
Traveler, Paimon, well,
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these, and he keeps spacing out.
very peculiar.
Okay, Paimon.
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, hence my concern. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But
Huh? What do you mean?
curses, why don't you rest here for a bit? In the meantime, Changsheng.
Oh, must be a rare condition. Well, all we can just get some rest. Traveler! Traveler! Rise and shine! Time! For once, you're a cut! What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? Nope, nothing there. Wait, did you have a nightmare? Okay, don't panic. What? So, in this... Oh. But then again, then it's... Or...
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete, left unresolved.
Ah! What the? Wait, right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial. Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's... You. I'll take a glass of...
We make this one in-house. It's
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tiger fish.
coming right.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. If you want my help, now's the time to speak. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces...
neither of those things... Well, should we try... She mentioned an abyssal... Yeah, Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what child...
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your mind?
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you couldn't just... I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid.
Oh, no, this includes the drink, so...
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember?
You sure? I could have sworn there were only...
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got...
Seeing things? Wait,
Oh. Coming!
okay, what was going on there? It's like even Paimon was... Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creep. Whoa, what a... Huh, looks like they're collecting something. What? Eat this! After I can, into the... A burst of flavor! Nice and spicy! Off to the freezer! Written in the stars! Goose on the loose! So, this is what the... Yeah...
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years together. These remnants form what you call... What are you...
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were... She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. Now, can we please—
Okay. Where were we? Right. The God Remains. So, basically, there's now, in our experience, God Remains are 100% bad news.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards. The remains aren't just gone. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Of course, God Remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world. And
Wait, you mean...
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Khaenri'ah, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear. Yet now, stars are disappearing. Something has been leeching. This time, it only took a no one knows, considering how much— We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to—
Well, great! You see...
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier. Well, whatever. If that's how it... Paimon's... Anyway, the important thing is that... Whoa! This place is...
This is where I live. It is. I brought you here. I don't know how much Ajax has told—
Ajax? So, a month...
Yes, well, I didn't bring you now. We just— Both your description, the thief who stole— Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests—
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just me. A little abyss crystal that contains my power.
Dream?
It means— Since you haven't stuck with Dream Mirror—
Huh.
Tough to say. To play it safe.
Wait, does that mean... The next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our...
Do as you want. You're already a pretty good... But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse.
Oh, she moves fast. So, last time something... Skirk seems
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics during your long journey.
You bet. There's Kaya, Master Jean. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fight, to use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. You need to do some, and only then will you...
Wait, Paimon thought you were...
One day, there are no That's all I have to say. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Windblade! What? What?
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Windblade!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
Windblade! This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery. Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Rain Cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water.
A sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato Art Tachijutsu.
Huh. Looks like you...
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again?
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and...
Excuse me! You shouldn't talk—
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's, but I'd still love to hear about what
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never... Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to...
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too.
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer's gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
The stars shimmer high above, mountains as far as the eye can see, and Em can't be the only one asking these. But for now.
let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take him down.
Don't be scared. Help!
This way!
We'll never make it! Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
Dad? Mom? Skirk, you're all right? Thank heavens.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad?
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Don't trust anyone! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. My clever girl, so curious. You're already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way!
Oh, you're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Man, staying in the Abyss feels no day and no night. Well, except...
The way I see it, the first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. The natural energy of Teyvat, abyssal power, yes. Also know my master, Sertology, is a true The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, a keen observation traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise It's a technique I learned from some Khaenri'ah ruins. Known, so I've heard. You seem... But, is purification really just thinking out loud? True growth comes from adversity, so it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Windblade! Disappear!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
With the wind! Windblade! Windblade! Disappear! Windblade!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Go! 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 Go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to. It means you're. So be bold. Do not be afraid. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training. Get some rest. When you wake up,
Windblade!
What is the secret to power? Longing. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity. That fear is now part of you. It calls. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead. Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep going, I feel like my wrist is going to break.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to. After all, bones can always be reset. Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived.
Cold and pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the Abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh, and mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master. Hopefully you got some good... Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, wanna head over now?
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally. Ready? Not bad. Just like your sister. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
Hey, no fair! That's cheap!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me. But you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not the same. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Water jet! Go! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Go! Water jet! Go! Ha! Go! 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 Yeah! Water jet! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Go! Yeah! 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 Go! Yeah! Yeah! What? Yeah! Yeah! Water jet! Yeah! What? Yeah! 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 What? Yeah! Yeah! Water jet! Yeah! 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 What? Yeah! What? Yeah! Go! Yeah! Yeah! Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak.
Stop. Let's pause here. That's to be expected. Get some rest. No point training further if you manage to push past your limits.
Skirk is amazing.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't...
Yeah, well, that's a given. I heard Master suffered a grave...
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become...
Run! Skirk! Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying... you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Khaenri'ah saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a bit...
Ah, splendid. That's it. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself, everyone... Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for... Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon... Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough...
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Okay. It's Paimon's turn to sleep now.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like Ajax, I'll answer 3 of your questions. Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that? I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question. To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. And somewhere along the way, I'll... Okay. You have one question.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, your last question? Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best.
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just fall.
I can't wait any longer! Wait, this is near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is someone else's territory. Best to proceed with caution.
Don't worry, Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh, but, that...
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use.
Bombs away!
Another star goes out! Merciless. Into the void! Annihilate!
Water jet! Yeah!
Extinguish! Merciless. Merciless.
Whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful! Don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this!
Paradigm shift! Fearless.
Go! Wipe out!
What are you two doing? Dusty. Like an abandoned house. Let's press on. Merciless. Into the void! That's more like it.
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see it.
This should be the place where you were attacked. The missing part of your soul should be near. Our opponent must have covered.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy took. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me why this enemy chose you as his... Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify abyssal power, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole... Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidence. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to answer some questions. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar.
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul? Who dares call him Foul? Sertologi.
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold—
Just a little.
Look, it's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. It won't be for long. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicion— I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyssal domain. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, exactly. It told me everything and I believe that brings our transaction—
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us! We have—
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again.
But what if that monster Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this.
What?
A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know. I'll leave the planning to you.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baizhu said we could rest in the back room of the—
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time, I need to be ready. Oh, this. It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce in Teyvat. Wearing this helps me access it more freely. It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out, it reverts back to its original form. Fine. It was just a scratch. It'll take time to recover my strength. Ugh. Found somewhere to rest.
Huh. This bag from Skirk has a ton of Mora in it. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
Ah! You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames. Okay, fine. The truth is...
I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some rest.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave! Whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come... Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That cuff...
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet...
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run! Skirk! Run!
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sick?
About 60%.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days. That was...
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but no. I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense. We'll watch over you in the meantime.
Thanks. See you in 2 days.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't she be awake by now? Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Oh, wait! Breakfast! That's it! Paimon will go get breakfast! Skirk is gonna be starving when she wakes up. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as... This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space... Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why I could call it... fate, if you... Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask... You're the first... Oh, you know, this river represents... Strength accumulates over... But, as you can see, this river has been severed, and all she sees...
You must learn to shut out all...
This isn't my first taste of fit.
The answer to one mystery, and let's follow the river upstream. I've always thought, like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she... Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk's...
now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you no more. No one can become a worthy warrior.
You wish me to...
Indeed, we will still have contact through the Abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you were.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, but as living beings, yet now.
That is what Skirk's master. Of course, he could appear.
For certain reasons, I need to do that.
I'll let you the scope of. We've made it quite.
I have set no tear.
Can I ask a? I keep thinking.
I saved. It has been so.
But
what you want among them?
Yes, master.
From that day after some, it was not. We're near. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time. This is Skirk's homeland. It was a spaceship. Skirk's parents. No one had any. Skirk had skipped school that day. Countless people cried out their lives were discarded like worthless trash. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. Because she and her people were. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Further research, for that reason, the outsiders viewed them as senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because if those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust it. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose. And my greatest wish over all these years.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness her suppressed emotional self. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past. I am who you used to be.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. Your existence makes me weak. Don't forget, it was a...
Even so, learning from the strip yourself of your soul.
The difference is that I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back, and
that isn't what we need.
it's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so,
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Surtology, is, at the core, a defier. Yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength. And for that, I respect him. I know, and it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer in Teyvat, but he sends me messages through the Abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings, or an answer to one of my questions. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the... I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today will become an inseparable part of who I am.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important context, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks! Let's dig in!
All right. It's about time we finished what we started.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, he's going to be tougher than before. The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches this time. So, let's go. Same place as last time.
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too? Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have... Another guard goes out!
Bombs away! Water jet!
Turn!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Water jet!
Extinguished! Mine to wield. Fearless.
Go!
Merciless. Into the void.
Beyond this world.
Water jet! Yeah!
Fearless. Another star goes out. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. So, you deliberately channeled your power into me, knowing that it would destroy my shell from within. Such power. Such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Teyvat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skafnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But hundreds of years ago, I knew you existed. And I knew you would come here.
Hundreds of years ago?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head while I can. The story starts a long, long time ago. I was born into a noble family in Khaenri'ah. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. but I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers, but it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sir Taloji. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, it was the first time I'd actually felt the thrill of combat. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish. When it came to the human form, he was always intent on pushing the boundaries of possibility. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his, and at some point, I realized he had pulled so far ahead, I was too embarrassed to even ask him to spar. After his grand endeavor was successful.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day, and we can spar like we used to.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me, people need to fight for their own survival.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away, seek out my disciple.
Disciple? Never thought I'd hear that word coming from you.
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Teyvat. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Huh. Well, now I'm curious about who this disciple of yours will be.
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leading them. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring Norwal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Your heart? That sounds like torture. How did you even survive?
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into a vessel for power. Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking point, it was the curse of immortality that sustained you. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead, you stole something that didn't belong to you, and it backfired.
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits, and he was still miles ahead of me. So I had to take a leap of faith. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I made. But if you'll allow it, I do want to apologize. To both of you.
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. It can't have been an easy experience. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to force you to catch up to him. All the while, standing ever out of reach. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will not give in to despair. I will overcome it. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that spike. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy and passion emanating from... It was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world. The joy of an...
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions outright. Yet you were able to read them from... You're right. That battle brought me an unbridled...
Exactly. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. A battle to end all battles. After which, all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal: to complete himself. It's one of the secrets to his strength.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps that is his call. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. The curse of immortality allows it all to coexist, but it does not remove the pain. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for much longer. What a shame. I would have loved to witness that battle. Sertologi once offered to free me from this curse. Now, I must ask that of you, Skirk. Can you release me from the pain?
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping for. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness, along with all the power you've consumed, and smash it to pieces. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is complete, you will be back to who you were before, no longer tortured by powers you can't control, but it will be a time-consuming and painful process. The decision is yours to make.
I accept. And who knows? Perhaps I'll wake up in time to witness your great battle with Sertologi. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. Though, I know if we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues. At least, it looks like you.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skirk, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time.
Water jet!
Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can— Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon.
Yes. The power Skirk stole has been returned. So, the stars have regained their light.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was—
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon the false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Time marches ever forward. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable.
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows one thing, ever since we met, He has filled If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many amazing things.
I suppose when it comes to you, anything is possible. Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I need more practice to get used to it. I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Or maybe we'll reunite on a different planet entirely. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, I hope that at the end of this journey, wherever it takes us, we stand in a world reborn. One without war, pain, or forced partings. One where new life can bloom, even where there was once nothing but scorched earth. For this, we must all work to become stronger. If that's what you want to call me, I won't object. Goodbye.
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being... Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh,